everybody, I am Danny Otto. Welcome into another episode of That Recap Show. Now, before we get into the episode, we have to issue a major T'Challa as Star-Lord level spoiler alert. We are going to be talking about everything that happened in the season finale of the What If series. So if you haven't checked out that episode yet, you may want to pause this video, go check that out, and then come and enjoy the breakdown. Now, with that out of the way, let's start the show.
That was easy.
Poppin' Off presents That Recap Show.
Welcome into the show. Joining with me to break down everything that took place in the season finale of the What If series, it's Jon Rico.
Hey, what's
Hey!
up? What's going on?
Look, the season finale was crazy. It was not as long as I thought it was going to be, but a lot happened. And that was what I was worried about, was so much happening in so little amount of time. So let's just get right into instant reactions. I mean, I had this as one of my big takeaways, and I actually decided to, I wanted to talk about it sooner. So we get a glimpse at Gamora and Tony Stark, and they are, whatever took place in their episode, this is, like you were saying, this must be the resolve of that, because we have them basically stripping down the Infinity Gauntlet. We don't even see any Infinity Stones, and the Watcher appears, and immediately Tony Stark thinks that he must be here for him. And the Watcher's like, I ain't got time for your shit, Tony. It's just like, hey, go away. I need to talk to Gamora. She's coming with me. It was just even when Tony is able to survive, no one gives a shit.
Shut up, Meg.
I really liked that by it, and it was all decorated from Sakaar. Yeah. I am so excited. I really hope we get a chance to see that episode in season 2. Even if it's a bonus episode somewhere and it really doesn't have any reason to be in season 2, I would like to see it as an intro episode maybe to season 2 or something like that, because I'm super interested now, because it looks like, it didn't look like Tony and Gamora were enemies. They were working together to the point where I guess Gamora was ready to defend Tony because she saw the Watcher in reflection in his armor type of thing. So, they're friends at the resolve of that episode, at least. So I'm excited to see it. I really hope we get a chance to. But what were your initial reactions to this episode?
It was jam-packed episode, pretty much as you said. Right away, we get the early team-up montage that we were wanting in the last couple weeks. Watcher just going place to place, being like, "You've been chosen, you've been chosen, you've been chosen," and one of those people, I'm not sure why they were chosen, but we'll get to that. But there was some pretty cool, character development for a lot of different Marvel heroes. Black Widow, Peggy Carter, especially. But yeah, I really just kind of enjoyed the way they wrapped things up, and actually it was actually a semi-happy ending for once, which was actually pretty decent. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode pretty much overall.
Awesome. Yeah, me too. You know what I just thought of? I was trying to figure out how to have a reaction related to pop culture or anything like that, because I normally do. I normally have something. I even came in and said I don't have anything. I was solid episode. But the way that you just described the way they were getting chosen, it was
our next contestant is Darlene Beard. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. And she's excited. Darlene, get right down here. Here you are, Darlene.
Yeah.
So the Guardians of the Multiverse,
I just handed you your reference on a silver platter.
Thank you very much. Anyway, you want to get some big takeaways?
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome. All right. So my first big takeaway, really, it's not something brand new or earth shattering, I guess, but we did get a little bit more information about the Infinity Stones and how they act, I guess, depending on the universe that they're in. Like if they're in their own universe, that's it. They're the most powerful thing in that universe. They behave exactly how, they should. But what Ultron basically said was, hey, every universe is a fraction different. And so these Infinity Stones are going to be different than the Infinity Stones you were trying to destroy using the machine from your universe. So there's been so many articles and rumors and stuff saying that like, oh, the TVA in the Loki series automatically gave us canon that the Infinity Stones don't work outside their universe. Like, and that's been going around for forever. And I mean, they confirmed that they don't work at the TVA. That was the first step. But like a lot of people took that and ran with it and said like, how can Infinite Ultron be using the Infinity Stones outside his own universe, basically? And we got somewhat of an answer. I mean, maybe not a full answer, but we got somewhat of an answer that the Infinity Stones still work. They just all behave a fraction differently than a different like another universe. So they're anything that's being used to like if you built a gauntlet in one universe, it wouldn't behave the same if you got Infinity Stones from a different universe. Type of thing, or like the scepter for Loki's scepter and stuff like that. So I just thought
otherwise Thanos would have been transporting himself from universe to universe when he had the stones already.
Right?
Why wouldn't he just do that?
Exactly. So I just thought it was interesting that we got a little bit more info about the Infinity Stones, and I think that was definitely put in there for us to be like for the viewer in general.
Yeah.
To like, hey, just so you know, like this is how the Infinity Stones behave in other universes, type of thing. It like had no reason to really be in there, but it just was there, and I thought it was interesting. So anyway, what was your first big takeaway?
My takeaway from this episode is we got a good little wrap up for this Natasha Romanoff story. The one who was in the initial Ultron episode, who lost pretty much everyone she knew, including Clint in the last episode. And when everyone's kind of taking their walk out of the bar, the fake bar, back to their own world, Natasha's like, "I'm not going back to that world.
Yeah,
I don't want to go back to this dead world that you're gonna take me back to while you just watch with your bag of popcorn or whatever." And he's like, "I can't interfere." And he's like, I live your stories and stuff like that. But he gives her like this one little solid and puts her into the world that we know pretty well. It is the world from the episode with the whole murder mystery with Hank Pym, stuff like that.
Right.
When they lost their Black Widow. And we see that Steve, Captain America, has been defrosted. And he's fighting alongside Captain Marvel and other Avengers in a battle against Loki. So we kind of get a nice little hint of maybe what's going to come in season 2, hopefully. But I really kind of love the way her character arc kind of wrapped up in this kind of 2-part episode for her character.
Right. Yeah. And that leads perfectly into the third big takeaway, basically, is boom, I am super confused. And what I mean by that is there wasn't a giant reveal or anything like that, or a big a tease, but there were multiple things teased that I don't know what to expect for season 2. I don't know if we're even going to have any payoff from any of these teases. Like we could legitimately have another season dealing with completely different people and a different threat and all of this stuff. I mean, or we could have a threat that goes back to Killmonger with the Infinity Stones and Zola fighting off, and somehow they break out of there and they've teamed up now, and Supreme Doctor Strange wasn't able to contain them or something. Like it's endless trying to figure out like if there's going to be a payoff from any of the things that I think were slowly teased. Because even if you follow like the Peggy Carter story, or Captain Carter story, we got the tease of Steve being in the Hydra Buster armor, but like we don't know if that's going to be Steve, or if it's going to be a variant of Steve, like Winter Soldier Steve, or something like that, or if it's going to be, no one's inside, but it's teased as somebody's inside. So I was really confused in the sense of we got a ton of teases, so I don't even know how to react yet, I guess, to all the teases. Do you know, are you picking one and going with it, or like what do you think? I guess it leads into predictions. You want to go to prediction first?
Yeah, let's go to prediction.
All right, you go ahead first.
Okay, you kind of just touched on it, but we last see Zola and Killmonger fighting over the stones in their respective forms. Zola has taken over Ultron's body, and he has the stomach face, as Thor called it, which is actually a classic nod to him in the comics. That's what Zola looked like. He was he had no head. He was just, his head was in the stomach.
So it was like Krag from
Sorta,
Ninja
but
Turtles.
No, it's just like what he looked like now. It's like a computerized face as opposed to like an organic thing like Krang. Yeah, so he's fighting off Killmonger, who has the infinite armor, I guess is what we can call it. And they're kind of going at it in a little bubble dimension that Dark Doctor Strange has created, which is similar to what he trapped himself in his own world. And I'm wondering how long that's gonna hold, especially with the demons, literally, that Doctor Strange is battling within himself. Right. So that's, in my opinion, that's gonna play into something going on in season 2. And I'm also wondering, again, this battle with Loki, how long that's gonna go on, and how far that will go out into season 2. So I think that'll be a good episode to kind of revisit, especially revisiting Black Widow and see how she is living in that world.
I like it. I'm definitely down. Like I said in my last big takeaway, I don't even know where to begin on which ones that they're gonna have follow-ups for. I mean, there are some that I want to see follow-ups, kind of like the route that you went. I would love to see a Winter Soldier Steve. We were talking about this, and I mean, I know it's a super low possibility of this, but like, what if they had to put Steve's consciousness in the Hydra Stomper? So it is Steve, but it's like Steve given the Zola treatment, basically. And like, I totally understand that's probably not realistic, but I'd like to see the continuation of that. I know that it was on the par with Winter Soldier, the MCU live action movie. So they are hinting that it's something having to do with Steve and Winter Soldier program and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I'd really like to see it, like how that pans out and stuff. And like you were saying, I think we have some confirmation that Captain Carter is going to be back, but we really don't know what characters could potentially pop back up in season 2. So the sky's the limit, basically, with what teases are going to have payoffs for. And I think it's very ambiguous to end the season like that, but it's also exciting because now we can go off on a million tangents of what to expect until we get some sort of promo for season 2. The sky's the limit. The only thing I'm hoping for is that we get the Tony and Gamora episode. Like,
Multiverse is the limit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it really is.
But anyway, that's what we think. Let us know in the comments below. What did you think of the season finale of the What If series? What are you hoping for season 2? What teases do you hope that we get payoff for? And are you hoping that we're going to be able to see that Tony Stark and Gamora on Sakaar episode like we are? I can't wait. I really hope that we get that episode, even if it has nothing to do with season 2. I can't wait. Either way, let us know. And as always, don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to hear about all of our latest video releases. Bye, everybody.